Hey everyone, I'm Omid, a solo indie developer currently working on my second game, Overlook. You can actually try out a demo of it on Steam right now. Recently, I have started creating devlogs to share my development process with you all, but as it turns out, producing these devlogs is both time consuming and challenging. I often find myself unsure of what content would be most interesting to share, even though I record almost all of my progress. So I would really appreciate your feedback on what you would like to see in this series. For today's update, I wanted to give you a glimpse into my recent work on designing new level content and animations. This has been my primary focus over the past few weeks. First, I tackled the rough concept for a new level, which is set on a farm or windmill ranch. I started by cleaning up the graphic a bit. My approach at this stage is to avoid over-polishing anything. Instead, I make several passes, gradually refining everything together. This method helps me maintain a consistent quality throughout the project. Once I'm satisfied with the overall feel of the scene, I move on to clean pass, creating separate line art and color layers for each element. While this process is time consuming, it allows me to better understand what I want to achieve with the level. For example, after cleaning up a cottage in this scene, I realized I needed to include an indoor area. I've written numerous scenarios for different puzzles and interactions within the game. And as I work through these processes, I decide which scenario to implement in the level and how they should impact the player's experience. Although this workflow is still a trial and error process for me, my guiding principle is always the experience I want to deliver, a player-centric design, if you will. Next, I moved on to animating a lonely drunk shepherd who's sleeping under a tree on the hill. This character will definitely be an interactive element in the level, though I'm still figuring out its story. Then I began animating a Wall-E-like robot character, which you might have seen concept art for on my channel. Bringing this character to life was quite challenging, especially considering my limited experience with 2D animation and the mechanical movements required, not to mention the isometric perspective of the game. But in the end, I was happy with the result. Then I added a cute Hoppy Frog to the game, a character I needed for the King Frog level. This animation went more smoothly, and I'm pleased with it so far. For the Mars level, I needed more characters, so I redrew a spacesuit on top of my existing characters, resulting in a new woman astronaut. I'll definitely need more astronauts for that level. Speaking of the Mars level, the most challenging aspect was animating the steam or vapor effects. I was really excited about the concept, having steam and vapors flowing everywhere to create a very atmospheric scene. However, translating this feeling into the actual game, where the steam needs to be animated and feel alive, was tough. Despite my initial enthusiasm, I found myself procrastinating to avoid this part. Eventually, I overcame my perfectionism and tackled it head on. I experimented with two different approaches. One involved drawing each frame in Photoshop using the straight ahead technique, and the other involved creating a loop animation using the pose-to-pose technique. I aimed to simulate the behavior of a steam as accurately as possible while keeping it stylized and cartoony. I posted both results on Reddit, specifically in the Indie Dev subreddit, and received a lot of impressions and thoughtful comments, which was a fantastic experience. I haven't decided which style to go with yet, but I'll keep you updated. As I've mentioned, I'm still relatively new to animation, so I've been diving deep into learning the craft. Lately, I've been studying some classic animation techniques and trying to apply what I've learned directly into my work on Overlook. It's been a challenging but rewarding experience to see these principles come to life in my game. That's all for today's devlog. I'd love to hear your thoughts both on the game and the devlog itself. What would you like to see more of? If you're interested, give the Overlook demo a try, and if you want more content, join my Discord server. Also, I'm excited to share that the game currently has 2006 wishlist on Steam. It's a great milestone, but there is still a long way to go. Your support means everything as we continue this journey. See you in the next one.